Alright, what's up guys? So, Cinna and Black Hoodie Clips has uploaded a video titled Cinna contacted by Onlyfans. Yeah. That's one thing you'll have to worry about as a woman. If it ain't OnlyFans contacted you, it's somebody that frequently uses OnlyFans. They'll be contacting you and then saying some old crazy stuff like, "Oh, join on." Like, fam, here's the thing. Like, there's like few female content creators that I follow, and they had to make like social media posts letting people know, like, hey, I'm just here to play games. Like, I don't know why it has to. And that's the crazy thing about it. It's not like they're. And trust me, like, there's been times where I open up Twitch and I'm like, fam, is this allowed? Like, how is this even allowed? And I'm like, yeah, they're the ones that be having the OnlyFans accounts. But then you just see it be some girl that got like a kid on the way, wearing a hoodie, no makeup, hair is crazy. And then then you just have somebody all like, hey, you should really get in the OnlyFans business, or it's, if not that, they're just making some sort of like just weird comment, and it's like, bro, you gotta understand, it's not, that's not them. Yeah, that's the other creators that's on the other side of Twitch. This girl's just sitting here playing Fortnite. Like, how did you get like her, or like, I guess like that, asking that question of like, her getting into that form of business from her playing Fortnite. Like, how do you pick that up? Like, how does that? So yeah, you just got some weirdos out there where it's like they gotta follow a girl and be weird, and it's like, bro, I'm like, you're the reason why that band section of Twitch, you're the reason why it exists. So, but anyways, now let's go ahead and get to this video. So I don't know if it was like, if it was actually OnlyFans or if it was late. Let's just see. But anyways, make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Cinna and Black Hoodie Clips. But anyways,
there it is. There it is. You can be ugly and do OF. Yeah, but I'm only one of those things. I might just be a little bit chopped, you know what I mean? But I don't do OF.
She no. Like, if the funny thing is, if you go on TikTok and you like, you're just watching a random Cinna video, because I don't know how many times, like, you'll like one video, next thing you know, you got like 100 million videos popping up. Fam, there are people that are like, no, like, if this, let's say this would have been like 10 something years ago, where that, like 10 plus years ago, where that like Women Crush Wednesday stuff was like a trend. Oh yeah, you definitely would have seen her. She's not chopped. Nah, I don't see it. If anybody told her that she's not attractive, ugly, whatever, I'm like, yeah, I think they were just saying that. That's like that self-reflection stuff where it's like they want to say about themselves, but they don't want to disrespect themselves, so they look at somebody like Cinna. But I'm like, nah, Cinna ain't chopped. That's a hill that I'm dying on. She is not chopped.
Okay, I don't do OF. That's not my my bag. You know what I mean? It's not my bag. Cinna, never make an OF. No, I won't. Even though I would like to financially compete with Valkyrie one day, as a joke. But like that's not really a me thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. What's OF? Keep it that way, Lupe. All right, keep it that way. That's what I'm talking about. We can do, by the way, an OF, but
they be making bank off of OnlyFans. That's the crazy thing about it. It's like you'll just see some random person talk about, oh yeah, I just made $60 million off of OF, and I'm like, what? I've been doing this for 15 years. Here it is, you just started OnlyFans, and then you already making 60. I know, and I know them taxes, they be looking crazy. But yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, dang, bro, like, yeah, it's a business that I know I'll never get into, but dang, 60 mil though, and it'd be like in a month, like 60 mil in a month. And I'm like, dang, bro. I'm like, hey, more power to you. I don't know. I couldn't put myself on blast like that. I'm like, it's not me. Cause, and then that's the thing too, where I'm like, I don't want to, like, let's say if I were to get into that business, you already know there's gonna be weirdos out there talking about, oh, can you get some baby oil and rub it over? I'm like, I'm not doing all that. So yeah, my OnlyFans career would have ended the same day it started. I'm like, I'm not doing no weird stuff.
All you do is cook. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think a lot of people, I'm gonna speak candidly, so if you have this idea, okay, hear me. A lot of people will do OF for like other types of content. And like normally and generally it will still end up hurting you because that brand attached to your name is really excuse me.
It's all like, nah, not right now.
But anyways, it normally, that branding or like that name will end up hurting you in the long term. It's not worth it, if I'm being honest. For a lot,
it's like anything in that, because yeah, that's one thing that you have to like look at with OnlyFans is that it attracts a particular audience. So you like yeah, let's say if you were to get into, yeah, because I think I remember it was them 1-2 comedians, the couple that like the girl, it's like I think her name is like Milena and the guy's name is like Chickley or something like that, I don't know, but anyways, but no, like I think I remember they were promoting that and people were saying like it was just comedy stuff that they were posting. But and that's the thing though, but it's like you're still in that like in that business and people are going to be expecting you to do what that business is known for. So yeah, that's why it's like, you know, with OnlyFans, it's just best whatever it is that you're wanting to do, where it's like, oh, I only want it to be like a paid subscription. There's other platforms you could go to. You can, because I think even YouTube offers it. It might not pay as much as OnlyFans. If not that, Patreon. What else? Yeah, there's platforms you could go to for that type of stuff. But OnlyFans, it's like we all know what that platform is used for. So yeah, it's like if my thing is this, if you've been on like because I know on Instagram, like them reels that it's always like some girl doing something where it's like, yeah, it's a little, well, I wouldn't say it's revealing, but it's promoting her OnlyFans. And yeah, that's why it's like, you know, and that's the thing where it's like, you know, companies, they like, let's say it's a company that you want to do business with, they go like, they know what that stuff is, like what it's about, they see that you promoting it, and they're like, oh, well, that's what they doing. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's best, like, if you ain't gonna be doing no OnlyFans stuff, don't create an account.
A lot of people that like do stuff and they're like, want to put it behind paywall, just put it behind Patreon. You know what? I'm gonna leak an industry secret, okay? That actually makes me kind of sad, and I wish it wasn't like this. But like, I have noticed an influx of platforms that will utilize some of the biggest creators, okay, to DM creators that they think are smaller or up and coming.
Cinna 3.
Yo, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, Waldo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That will use their accounts to DM creators that are up and coming in order to get them to sign to things like Fansly or OF. It's like a real thing. And I only say this because, bro, I could probably not even count on my hands the amount of times that some of the like biggest creators, I'll leak one. Ooh, can I? Without saying names, one of the top people that is very famous celebrity, I even had DM me on Instagram, and it's not even them that's DMing me. It's their agency, and their agency is DMing you, being like, hey.
Well, isn't that like, that's how most of like platforms nowadays be, well, not platforms, but you'll see where it'll be like some creators out there where it's like, that them are two different people talking, like that's not the same person. But yeah, it's just it's one of those things where yeah, they may not say it in the description where it's like account ran by, but yeah, you'll see that at times. But anyways,
you should sign, like I wanted to say, like, I'm signed with this company and you should sign to them too. And a lot of times it's like Fansly or like OF or anything like that, which I know that's like probably a part of their contracts, but I almost feel like that's a really shitty way to do things, because personally for me, like as an up and coming creator, if I have a bigger creator who is like a celebrity DMing me and they're like, hey, you should join this because I'm a part of this and this is really cool, and then I find out that it's your agency, it almost feels like they're weaponizing your image to like get people to sign up for stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's literally,
that's probably how a lot of that stuff works too, and just even sit down thinking and piecing it together. So what they do is probably they reach out to the creator in hopes that they sign with OnlyFans or whatever, and then when they do, then like the agent contacts them off of their own personal account and be all like, oh, yeah, you were talking to such and such the other day, but they were really talking to the agent, and they were like, yeah, I handle like all that work and do all that stuff for them and things, and so yeah, they just go from like just creator to creator, just like first it's think of somebody, Karina Cop. I know like she was her OnlyFans was blowing up, but like it'll start with like her contacting another creator and then that creator, but it's the agent, and then he or she is just going from creator to creator, and then yeah, that's how they built their business and things. So the agents are like, hey, look, they gonna be making some money, then if they making a lot, I'm like, I want to be making some money too, that's the agent speaking. But anyways, yeah, it's just that line of business where I'm like, it's too much, man. It's just
Predatory.
way too
I mean,
much.
I don't want to necessarily say it's predatory. Like, I know it's in a lot of their contracts, but like, I feel like that is a really shitty practice from companies, personally, because like one of the creators that reach out to me is like a very like big personality, and like there's been like 20 of them, and it's not the creator's fault. Like the actual celebrities themselves, they're not the ones doing it. I have no problem with like them. It's the companies that do that practice because it's weird. Can I leak one?
Hey, she gonna put them on blast.
What's her name? Hold on, let me look her up.
She's going to put her. You probably got like some keyboard experts, and they're like, it sounds like she typed in the T. And it's like, yeah, man, but whoever it is, that's crazy.
I'm trying to think of what she's famous from, so I can. There it is.
She gonna put. Cats just be in their own little world, bro. Like I'm watching the video. I'm paying attention to what Cinna is saying, but at the same time, it's like that cat. Like I didn't see this cat in like 3 different areas. That is like on the carpet. First it was by the gate. Then it was over by looked like that is, I don't know, it's like a TV facing backwards or something. But yeah, it's like that cat's just all over the place, man. Cats they be plotting stuff. You don't even know what they plot.
Like, look. I'll show you. This one I got. This isn't like burning any bridges. That's not a big deal. Oh. But like this isn't a big deal. This one is from like a company that you can I say?
Yeah, I'll put them on blast.
Can I say?
Somebody said
it's not
Trump.
A big deal.
If Trump was DMing Cinna, I like, nah, you gonna have to put that out. You gonna have to talk about that. I'm like, what is he DMing you for? I'm like, hey, look, Miss Cinna, be careful. That's somebody you want to stay far, far, far away from.
Dude, a company DM'd me from Bella Thorne's Instagram account. I'll just say. And
yeah, she is on OnlyFans. No, because I think wasn't it her that like messed up the OnlyFans business at one point in time? So like some years ago, she was charging people like crazy amounts of money and stuff. I think it was her. But anyway, she was charging people like crazy amounts of money for like videos where, okay, so like for an example, like I don't remember like what it was that she was charging so much for, but like for an example, she was charging people like a down payment on I'm trying to think of somebody like on a Porsche Carrera. She was charging people the down payment on a Porsche Carrera. Well, maybe then I don't know. Like I don't know if she was okay. Let's just say like to give you guys an exact like dollar amount, it was like $500 I think for like the length of a Vine video. I'm like, hey, look, for $500, I'm expecting a full-length film, like with special effects. I want explosions. I'm like, fam, I want to see a Michael Bay movie. I'm like, I want explosions. I want buildings falling over. I want like Battlefield, IRL version. I'm like, nah, bro, $500, and you're giving me a Vine? It ain't even a full-length Vine. No, it's like half of a Vine, and I'm like, nah, bro. She messed. I remember she messed. I think it was her. she messed up the business. OnlyFans had to like come out and say like, oh, we see that there are creators taking advantage of this price thing, so we're going to lower it. And now it's like, yeah, you can't charge like crazy amounts of money for like OnlyFans anymore. But yeah, I think it was her. She messed up the OnlyFans business. But anyway,
DM'd me to try to be like, hey, I wanted to DM you so that you could join like our company or whatever like that, which was crazy because when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, Bella Thorne. Like, I was like, that's fucking cool. She's from Shake It Up. Like, I remember her. And then I saw it and I was like, damn, it's just an ad though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
like,
she don't come off as somebody that's like in the Twitch streaming and stuff. Because I ain't never seen like no Twitch clips or anything of her. Yeah, you'll see Twitch clips of Cinna and and her friends, and then like other people, like friends of those friends and stuff. But I don't think I've ever seen, the last time I remember hearing about Bella Thorne was with that OnlyFans situation. I think before that she was in an Animaville horror movie. And so, but yeah, other than that, I'm like, you don't see her like in the content creating sphere. Maybe at one point in time she was, but yeah, other than that, yeah, obviously with the OnlyFans stuff. But yeah, other than that though, it's like I don't be paying it. Well, I guess more so for me, I don't be paying attention to Bella Thorne. But nah, I don't think she's really a content creator like outside of that like line of work and things. Like, she ain't into YouTube like everybody. She ain't into Twitch streaming, TikTok, none of that. Maybe TikTok, but other than that, anything else, nah.
It's just and if you think I'm lying, bro, I ain't lying.
Wow.
Okay.
It's like,
I'm not
hi,
lying.
pretty girl.
And I was like, damn, that kind of sucks. I feel like just as a company, that kind of sucks because you're DMing creators from like really big accounts to be like, hey, you should join this company. And then, and then it's like, don't start typing it. But it's not her, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not her
like,
that sent the DM. It's obviously just whatever her agency is.
That was weird. That's a weird. I don't think she talks like that. If anything, my thing is this: if I'm messaging somebody that I'm a fan of, I'm like, hey, Cinna, I'm like, like it's, and then just start just talking about whatever and things, but yeah, but I ain't gonna be all like, hi, pretty girl, and it's like, say, oh, hey, there's this business that we got, whatever the message said. But yeah, I'm like, that's weird. That would have been a dead giveaway right there. I'm like, I feel like that girl don't talk like that.
It's obviously just her agency, but I don't know. Companies always do that though. It's kind of odd. How did I start talking about this? I forgot. What were we talking about? Oh, it was the OF dono that started it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna be honest, because it's not drama, but it is crazy. Like, bro, the way that people like DM, the way that the companies will use like big creators DMs to do that is just kind of odd to me. Because I'm like, bro, it might be a creator that like I really look up to, and then I'm like, as a inexperienced creator, you might be more influenced to sign to that thing because you think that it's like, oh, well, this person's doing it, Lacey tweets.
Like, you gotta be careful with, because even as a small creator, you'll get people that's, they overall just trying to, I ain't gonna say it's somebody that's trying to scam you like in a Bella Thorne situation, but it is gonna be somebody in a way where they are gonna be wanting to take advantage of you and stuff. So yeah, it's like, but even as a small creator, you'll see where people will, like, at least for me, it's like people will come to my streams and be trying to get me to buy that fake art stuff, where I'm like, you could go and get that art for free, or it's like, I already have an artist or whatever, and it's like, but they still be trying to like push it out there and stuff. So yeah, they'll follow you for the time's sake, and then once they see that, oh, okay, I'm not getting no business out of them, unfollow, never talk to you again. So yeah, it doesn't really matter whether you a big creator or a small creator, you're gonna have somebody out there trying to take advantage of you.
Cinna.
So.
What a Lacey tweet.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you gotta be careful nowadays, getting into content creating, because you are gonna have a lot of different people trying to take advantage of you and stuff. It ain't people that just genuinely want to be cool with you, but I mean, like, it's rare. It's very rare. Like, I know, like, when I come across creators, I try to be cool with them. I'm like, I'm not on no weird stuff. I'm not trying to, like, the thing is this: if it's weird, it's like weird stuff that we can laugh about. So I'll say it, but it won't like be nothing like along these lines. Like, it'll just be like, oh, fought like a I don't know, I'm trying to think of something crazy or just like out of pocket, but like that's what it's like, more so like out of pocket funny stuff. That's what I'll say to creators. But like that, but it has to be somebody that I'm friends with, somebody where it's like me and this creator be cracking jokes with each other, but not just any old random creator. If I follow or start getting in contact with a random creator, it's like it's kind of like one of them just awkward conversations like, oh hey, how's it going? It's like, yeah, I'm TMossBoss, and so but yeah, it's stuff like that. But once I'm friends with a person, oh yeah, we be making fun of each other. It's pretty much like what you would see with like Cinna and her friends. So I think that's like what a lot of people need to be driving for. And I feel like that it shouldn't be a way to like look at like, oh, this is how I can make money this way, but more so like, these are like people that it's like I would invite them to my wedding pretty much. Like you should be seeking, because it's like if you're an entertaining content creator, you don't have to worry about like, oh, let me try to get into this business or do this or do that. So yeah, it's one of those things like with content creating, you really, and I mean really, got to find yourself as a content creator. And that's like why when you see somebody like Cinna, where it's just, I don't know, like it took a while. It definitely took a while, but you see her being her, and I'm like, yeah, it can't get no better than that. So, but anyways, yeah, make sure if you guys have it, definitely subscribe to Cinna. Follow her on Twitch. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Cinna and Black Hoodie Clips. And yeah, like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.